Yo! Hello, everyone.
Garbage.
Welcome to the first time Data Cafe episode on a Monday. Maybe you noticed in the schedule, we had a bit of a rearrangement. The Data Cafe will now be on Mondays. Rugbat, congratulations on being first, by the way. And hello to you, Yost, and anybody else watching today. Marcy, Popsis, and Ryan, and Kara, and whoever else is lurking around in chat. I saw a great movie about databases the other day. I can't wait for the sequel. The first data TypeScript CSS cafe. I'm afraid of what that would mean, Yost. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I have a lot of news for you today. And the best part is, we even have a little bit of a focus topic. Because I started doing that and then I stopped doing it and now I'm doing it again. But first you all have to tell me what's been going on. I haven't been on Twitch since a week and it feels longer. It feels longer. I have some things to tell you about as well. I have some stuff to tell you about. But we'll wait until, you know, Twitch has decided to deliver notifications to everyone and blah, 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 blah. What did the data scientists say to their boss? Please tell me you're not writing these jokes with ChatGPT, Rugmat, because I was reading a LinkedIn post of someone who said they needed some jokes to brighten up their day. And it was 90% ChatGPT generated jokes, and they are awful, like horrible. The data scientists say to their boss, I need a raise. As in, a raise. I need a raise. Congratulations. I've clipped it vertically because I don't know, like maybe it's good enough to include in something at some point. Who knows? These are from an Instagram reel someone sent me. Oh, Kara, you saw that post too, then you know who I'm talking about. Why do data scientists prefer using dark mode? Because light attracts bugs. Exactly. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Those are very clearly computer generated. Because as we've discussed, AI doesn't have humor. But we would hope that true artificial intelligence would have humor, because that is the only chance that AI would spare us in the upcoming apocalypse. If we can make a robot laugh, we might be spared as humanity. Otherwise, we probably don't stand a chance. Because computers can do everything that we do better, faster, harder, stronger. I know, you were hearing it. I know you were hearing it. It's fine. It's fine. So I think the only hope we have is making computers laugh. Making robots laugh. And today's drop target is indeed 99.87 or above, if you want to try your luck at this wonderful game. I would call it a game of chance, but that's almost too generous at this point. when you've had, I don't know how many years of streams, 3 years of streaming, and only once has someone hit 100. Calling it a game of chance feels like I'm being too kind. Yes, and it was me. It was me. It was me who hit 100 as well. 9987 Sequel FM. If only I had like that really broadcastery radio voice. But I don't. Nor do I have a dynamic microphone. I have a USB condenser microphone. And if you want to know more about my setup, then you can use the setup command. I have a page on my website about my setup. Anyway, I hope you all had a very good weekend, or week, I should say, because we didn't see each other since Monday. I am having... I will try to explain this as appropriately as possible. I'm having a very bad time at the moment due to my day job, but I can't go into any detail about what it is. All I can say is that I'm not having a good time, but it's gotten to the point where it's so ridiculous that it's funny. I don't know if anyone's ever had that before. It's kind of gotten so bad that now I just think it's funny. So we have like a lot of meetings and calls and whatever to deal with this situation, and I'm just finding everything funny now, which is I'm not really sure that's like the feeling that my superiors would enjoy, or the I'm not sure that's the reaction they would expect from me. But I do find it now just funny. It's funny. I guess it's like the whole Schadenfreude thing a little bit. If you're familiar with the German term Schadenfreude, it's basically taking enjoyment out of other people's suffering. And while I can't go into detail, but it is a situation where no matter the resolution, I'm not going to be the one suffering. So maybe that's why I'm being that way. Or maybe that's why I'm feeling that way. It sounds like your job is lacking democracy. Are you saying I should be playing more Helldivers? To be fair, Yost, I actually haven't played much Helldivers recently. I should get back into it again. But I had a very nice weekend. Saturday was very relaxing. I went motorbiking for a little bit. I did some stuff around the house. Did some admin. Oh, Rockman, 9418 is a pretty good score. Not bad, not bad. And yesterday, Sunday, I actually played D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, with my campaign group. And that was a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. We had a very good session. There's still 2 huge empty spots on the map. Wait until that fills up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited what they're going to be doing with the franchise. I think it's going to be around for a long time. And I look forward to seeing what they do with the franchise. For sure. What have you all been up to? What is new? What has been happening? I mean, that's kind of the point of today, of course. We should, talk through what's been going on in the data news and stuff like that. See, you're all dropping, which is fine. You're all desperately trying to hit that elusive 9987 or above. And I find it funny that in my channel, people do land a lot on the drop pad. And in other channels I've seen, like, they don't land that often, statistically speaking. But in my channel, like, all of you are landing on this pad but nobody's getting that close normally. Yost got his ear pierced and someone tried to spearfish you. See, if as a non-tech person, you might read that and think they're the same thing. So spearfishing is not a type of ear piercing. Spearfishing is actually someone trying to scam you or get information from you to do something nefarious. Hello, Ames Backett. Do we know each other, Ames? Spearfishing is a targeted form of phishing where attackers craft personalized messages to target specific individuals or organizations. Yeah, exactly. It's basically personalized phishing. Highly tailored impersonation based on something in the news about work. Oh, wow. Used to be Ryan Codes. Oh, that makes sense. I was looking at your messages going, I feel like you've been before. Yeah. Welcome back in that case. Twitch, of course, has not told me that you're linked to these other accounts. You know, Twitch is keeping it on the DL, right? So anyway, the nuclear codes are safe. That's good. That's very good. Wait, Yost, you control nuclear codes? Anyway, I had a very good weekend. There's been lots going on, like administratively in our lives. We're changing cars, so I've sold the previous car and we've signed a lease on a new car, and we're searching for possibly somewhere else to live, maybe, I don't know, like sort of house searching. Kara has been on vacation. Where did you go on vacation, Kara? That's awesome. I'm having a hard time right now. I'm sorry to hear that, Ames. Feel free to join the Discord and hang around with us if that helps. In any way. Did you decide on a country? Montana, the Glacier National Park. Wow. That must have been very nice. Montana in early summer. Must have been very like moderate temperatures. Very moderate, I guess. That sounds really nice. Of course we're
information.
We're not leaving the country, Jay Walter. We're not leaving the country. My job is here. Mimi Tush's job is here. There isn't a scenario where we leave the country right now. Low 40F. Wait, okay, 40 Fahrenheit. Yikes. 4 degrees. Okay, that's very cold actually. 70 Fahrenheit is 21. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Rugmat. Your weather bot is actually very useful. Look at that. I'm trying to learn to code since 2017, and I flip-flop back and forth. I'm a person who can't stick with one thing, but my mind wants to. Interesting. Why are you wanting to learn how to code? What's your motivation for that? I mean, learning how to code is it's a very cool thing to do. It's, for sure, it's very useful. But maybe understanding why you want to learn how to code. Maybe that can provide an insight or a perspective that you hadn't considered yet. If you want that, of course. So yeah, this situation at work is making me a little bit tired and worn out. because it's a lot of calls and meetings, so it's very exhausting. However, there's lots of cool stuff happening. Number one is, do any of you watch my or look at my Twitch stories? I expect the answer is no, aside from Yoast maybe. So in the Twitch mobile app, there's a story feature, which is like a 24-hour thing that expires. And I use them at the beginning of the week so that you know what my schedule is going to be and what kind of stuff we're doing. No, stories are for everyone, which I think is hilarious, actually. Stories are not restricted to affiliates or partners. You can also have a story. You can also publish a story as a community channel. We are officially a community channel. Non-affiliate, non-partner channels are known as community channels. So 100% of all Twitch stories I've watched was yours, Maddie. Thank you, Jay Walter. Anyway, so this week you may have noticed I tagged another creator in the Twitch story with my schedule, because not only am I going to be streaming on Monday and Friday, but I'm going to be on a guest stream on Sunday. That's right. On the weekend, I'm going to be on TG Khalil's stream. Maddie is a double secret partner. He doesn't know and isn't allowed to say if he's still a partner. Like they made me partner, but I don't know. I don't know if TG has cleaned up clips, but let's try. Hi, Finite. I think that's still in the old layout. Is that Floki? TG also has cats. Wait, even Twitch doesn't know. That means it's a triple secret partner. Yeah, this is a very long clip. Anyway. Oh, we got a finite clip. Oh, sure, let's do a finite clip.
Let's see here. Was Maddie Two Shoes right to recommend this stream to other people? Oh no. Oh no, Surly Dev.
Why are you talking about me?
Oh no.
Disappointed dad. Oh no.
Perfect. Yes. Yes, Maddie Two Shoes was right and oh so nice to recommend the stream to other people. I don't know what that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Blockchain will fix this. Once you're partner, it can't be undone. It's true. It's true. Once you reach partner, then that's it. Like you get it. And you keep that check mark forever. But also ads. I mean, chat, be honest, okay? Be honest. We've been a community channel for long enough now. We've been a community channel for long enough. Isn't it kind of nice to not have ads? Be honest. Yeah, sorry, Ames. I saw your message. 1 second. I get that okay. Redefine learning how to code. It's not about finishing a project. A new project is an opportunity to learn something new until you have enough tools to build something bigger. Yes, I agree with Yost's perspective. I get that, but I have a learning disability. What affects my person to learn to code? You have autism. So I don't know a lot about autism. I know that there's a spectrum, but I don't know much else about that. So I think that there are probably ways for people with learning disabilities to learn easier. There's probably techniques or methods that you can research that may help you in your particular situation. For example, I'm a very practical learner. If I just read stuff, it doesn't really work for me, which is why I stream a lot, because I learn stuff on stream. But I also do things very practically. Like, I'm not going to watch a 40-minute Figma tutorial. I'm going to start playing around in Figma, doing stuff. And if I run into a problem, I'm going to watch a 2-minute video on how to solve that particular problem. And then I'm going to continue. So I think everybody's learning style is also very different. It's like how nice YouTube is on Premium. Yes. And I don't have YouTube Premium, because YouTube Premium in Switzerland is ridiculously expensive. And I see a lot of YouTube ads. And you know what? I always tell myself I'm supporting the creators. That's what I tell myself. I'm supporting the creators. But be honest, it's nice to not have ads on Twitch. It's nice to not get hit by pre-rolls, not getting hit by mid-rolls. We don't have to take breaks exactly every hour. And I say this from my perspective, I like the feeling that none of you can spend money here. I like that. I prefer if you go somewhere else and spend the money elsewhere, because there's other people who need this money a lot more than I do. But, you know, if you really want to support me, you can. There's still really great ways to do that. Direct tipping, of course, and Patreon. So, you know, I'm not stopping you, chat. I'm not stopping you. Look at all of you bouncing around on the drop game. Look at that. You've yeeted yourselves, though. Coding has been hard. I'm only learning for fun. I know I'm never gonna get a job. Will GPT help if I'm doing it for fun? I mean, for programming, I don't know how good GPT will be, how helpful it will be. If you don't know the principles of programming, I mean, I'm not like a traditional programmer. From a data perspective, I can tell you that GPT is, so-so. It's good for debugging things, but I don't know what it's like in traditional programming. Maybe someone else has a perspective on that. Yeah. So I'm getting tagged in messages. I'm not sure why. I think GPT has its usefulness, but I don't know if it's for, like, if it can be a coach level thing. I mean, it's good at debugging, that's for sure. It's pretty good at finding, like, if you paste an error, it can tell you what it means. Oh, boilerplates. Yeah. It's good for, like, templates and stuff. That's true. My girlfriend is using ChatGPT and Meta AI to study programming, and it explains things well. Yeah, that's true, Nick. I do ask it to explain things. I've been asking it to explain some lawyer speak, because we're involved in a legal case, which some of you might know about. And I've been asking it to explain, like, lawyer speak, not English, but German. And that's been very helpful. It's actually kind of an unexpected use case. I know all the words in the sentence, but I don't know what they mean in the sentence together. Like, it's so, lawyer language is so convoluted and complicated sometimes, so yeah. And yeah, as Marcy Popsis says, maybe like a code review type thing. I mean, I've asked it to review SQL code I've written and, like, try to improve it, but it hasn't been that great. It hasn't been that great. But that's been for SQL, and SQL is obviously a different breed. Hey, TG! I was just talking about you. I was saying how you have cats, and that you're a co-working streamer, and that I tagged you in my Twitch story this week because we're doing a stream together on Sunday. I think we said like 1:30 p.m. CEST. So if you're not following TG Khalil, then you should do that now. but I will also alert you all using Stream Together, aka Guest Star, to alert you all that I'm live on TG's channel. I won't be streaming, I'll just be as a guest. Will streaming help? I have no mic, so showing your screen. There are some streamers I've seen who don't have microphones. Yeah. There are streamers who don't have microphones. I think it's more common to not have a camera. But there's nothing stopping you. Will streaming help you learn how to program? Again, I think it really depends. It really depends on your learning style. Yeah, it really depends on your learning style. If you're the type of person that wants to learn very interactively and very practically and get, if you want feedback from others while you're learning, then yeah, it could. Yeah, it could. Absolutely. It's hard to know. What's the risk of trying? You have to ask yourself, like, what's the cost of trying, right? If you have a computer, you can stream. It doesn't even need to be at like a particularly high quality or something. You just basically set up a few scenes and you go live and you see what happens. You don't like it, you don't like it, Wait, TG, streamers who are muted without music? So the stream is literally silent? Okay, that's a bit strange. Silent stream? And studying with no screen share. So it's just them on camera, no music, no sound, and they have an audience. Wait, so that would be, hold on, let's simulate that for a second. Yeah, the drop game makes sounds. So it would be literally a stream without any sound. I mean, I understand, like it's total body doubling because you just have someone there on your screen. Hello. Like, it's strange though. It's still a bit strange. We have not done meme of the day yet. No, we haven't done meme of the day yet. Your energy was felt, but I missed your voice. Don't do that ever again anymore. Yes, I won't. Okay, so hold on. I missed messages. Charlie Chaplin got his start as a silent streamer. Yes, he did. Body double. Exactly. Hi, Tuki. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Silent study with stream off. Yeah, it's just, I don't miss the ads, but I miss the channel point redeems. Yeah. Yeah. I have a personal take on this. I have a personal take on this. Now that I've been a community streamer for all of 2 months, I have a very spicy take. It's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird take, but I'm very happy that channel points don't exist anymore, because I've kind of seen through Twitch's psychological plan for channel points with the release of their most recent feature. And I'm very happy that I don't have channel points on my channel for that reason. Because I've always said Twitch should monetize channel points. And that's exactly what they did. If you haven't heard of the Twitch Power Up feature, we won't talk about it today in the Twitch segment. But speaking of segments, we should probably get started with the first segment. As Rugmat pointed out, we have not yet done the meme of the day. So let's do that. Meme of the day. I will only say, apply liberally. That is all I'm going to say about this image. Apply liberally as needed. That is all I'm going to say about this image. I think all of you know my feelings concerning SQL or SQL, and that is all I have to say about this topic. If you have opinions about this, then I'm very sorry, but I will not be entertaining those opinions today. So thank you very much. That is the meme of the day. If you would like to grab it for yourself, then exclamation mark MOTD.
Information.
You can get it for yourself, spread it, share it, whatever. I don't care if you credit me or not. It doesn't matter. It's just the meme of the day. That's it. Nothing else. TikTok's live battles are absolutely awful. It's a blatant attempt to get people to pay real money to vote in a popularity contest. That is exactly correct, Yost. That is exactly correct, Yost. And I will not be sharing any more opinions on TikTok today. Should we run a prediction? Oh, that's right, we can't. I was gonna run a prediction about whether we're gonna have a TikTok article. Twitch's useful features are not in community channels. Polls and predictions. So, Keyboard Cowboy, we do not yet have an answer to our lawsuit. I can only tell you how it went in 2 weeks. At the end of the month, specifically... Oh, no, actually... Yes, 2 weeks. When I get back from TwitchCon, so the 5th of July will be the stream where I'm able to talk about it next. You predict controversy. Wait, for what? What do you predict controversy for? What were we talking about? Controversy. Oh, for the TikTok stuff, yeah. Anyway, so the first article of today, and I've done this a little bit differently this time. I've not made the tab things because it's pissed me off doing that in advance. So I'm just going to be opening these articles one by one. That way you also don't you don't have foresight. You don't get to sneak peek them in the tab, because sometimes people were reading these tabs. Can you believe it? People were reading these tabs while they were here in the top bar, and they knew what was coming next, and they would try and spoil stuff. Now it's a mystery. We have the first article of today, which is possibly the shortest article we've ever had on stream. I think it's the shortest article I think we've ever had on stream. The FCC has fined the largest wireless carriers in the US for sharing location data. So if you are in America right now, and you are an AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, or Verizon customer, they've been fined $200 million for illegally sharing access to customers' location data. There's a news release here, a PDF file, which is still not that long. Let's take a look here what it says. Washington, April 29th. Like I said, we haven't had Data Cafe in a while. Today, the Federal Communications fined the nation's largest wireless carriers, blah, 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 without consent, blah, blah, blah. Who did they share it to? This is what we want to know. Who did they give it to? Most sensitive information. Yeah, of course. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Agency's investigations. This is from 2018. 2018, this investigation started. 4 carriers found that each carrier sold access to its customers' location information to aggregators. If you've heard of aggregators before, you will know that data aggregators are basically giant vacuums in the US, because you can't have these in Europe anymore. Maybe in Asia you have them, but especially in the US, you have data aggregators who buy up data from tons of different companies and then try to basically manufacture profiles on people by stitching those data sets together and then reselling that data back to other companies. And so in doing so, each carrier attempted to offload its obligations to obtain customer consent onto downstream recipients of location information, which in many instances meant that no valid customer consent was obtained. Very bad. This initial failure was compounded when, after becoming aware that their safeguards were ineffective, so the carriers all knew that they had location data that was not collected with consent, they continued to sell access to this information without taking reasonable measures to protect it. So that's why they were fined. Now, I believe that 200 million is too low. Do you all think it's too low? Just for reference, okay? It's 200 million total, okay? Sprint and T-Mobile have merged since the investigation. They've been fined 92 million total, okay? Sprint and T-Mobile, just for reference, okay? Just for reference, okay? T-Mobile, 2023. Blah, 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 blah. Service revenues of 16 billion US dollars in Q4 2023. They did $63 billion in revenue in 2023. They were fined $92 million. Let me just do this as a fraction for you, in case you're not following the math. 92 million divided by 63 billion is literally 0.1%. 0.1%. That's the fine. Amazing. Awesome. Great story. Makes me very, very upset. But too high, and they just raised mobile prices. Given how much money they've made, I think this is, I think they should give every victim a full-fledged stream setup on top of the 200 mil. They could probably afford that, actually. I don't know how many customers they have. How much did they profit from it? That's the real question. I mean, they made 63 billion just in service revenues. So it could be they made even more from something else. But yeah, that is that. Let us move on. Let us move on to another very, very juicy story. I don't know if you've all been following this one, about a company called Snowflake. We have to go out a little bit before we go into this article. we have to talk about what Snowflake is and why this is particularly bad. Snowflake is a cloud serverless database. Serverless in the sense that they handle all of the provisioning and details for you of running your server. Now, there are many other companies in this space. Google's in this space, Amazon's in this space. Why is this a problem, or why is this interesting, is because when we consider, when we consider how these companies operate in terms of revenue, you basically get charged for usage. Number of rows being read, number of rows being inserted, deleted, etc. Right? So let's bear that in mind, that the revenue model of these companies for these databases is a usage-based pricing model. Okay, let's just remember that for a second. Yes, obviously most of the charges come from spinning up clusters, but yeah, it's usage-based pricing. Okay, so usage-based pricing. Now, at the moment, there is a very, very large data breach / attack happening on Snowflake. It's been targeting them since quite a long time already, actually. This looks like, according to Wired and according to most experts, like it may actually be one of the biggest ever data breaches recorded. And we're talking scale that you can't even fathom the scale of this. So last week, Snowflake revealed that criminal hackers had been attempting to access its customers' accounts using stolen login details. So we're not talking about a traditional breach like, them DDoSing a server and then getting access or whatever. Like, we're talking about actual credentials that they have gotten from somewhere else. There have been 2 data breaches, one at Ticketmaster and one at Santander, that have been linked to this data breach at Snowflake, because Ticketmaster and Santander are both Snowflake customers. In the first days of this attack, Snowflake said it was a limited number of accounts. But the cyber criminals, who have publicly shown that they are selling stolen data, said it was from Snowflake accounts. And TechCrunch has since reported that there are hundreds of Snowflake customer passwords online. So there's a lot of uncertainty about how big this attack is right now. And this is why everyone is a bit nervous. So a large proportion of this stuff comes from the breach forums. It's like a cybercrime marketplace. FBI seized the forum in mid-May, but another version of the site was up and running very, very quickly. And they claim to be selling 560 million records of Ticketmaster and 30 million from Santander. So both companies have said that they've had a data breach, and Ticketmaster directly linked the incident to Snowflake's data breach. So Santander hasn't come out and said that it's Snowflake, but they've said it's hosted by a third-party provider. Obviously, it's kind of obvious. You just do one plus one. Now, there's a lot of detail in here, but what's really interesting about this is that Snowflake already knew about this a long time ago. I don't know if it's mentioned in this article specifically. Let me see if I can find that. I don't think it's here specifically. But there is evidence that Snowflake has known about these account breaches since November. Now the problem is, if you've already done the math, then congratulations to you. The problem is that what happened to these accounts is there's been data breaches, but not only has there been data breaches, there's also been misuse of these Snowflake clusters. So like when you spool up a cluster, when you do these read writes, all that kind of stuff, you get charged for that. And the thing is, if you're a company that makes money from usage-based pricing, do you think that you have a large incentive to report criminal activity? Because I have news for you. You don't have a large incentive to report it. Because all of that usage is billable revenue for you. And so there's a lot of people at the moment that believe that Snowflake sat on this information for a long time in order to raise their billable revenue numbers. These are pretty serious allegations, chat. Like this is some pretty serious stuff, because that would be considered fraud. That would be considered fraud. Because you're filing fraudulent tax returns based on revenue that wasn't real revenue. Anyway, so at the moment, the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has issued an alert about the Snowflake incident. And Australia's Cybersecurity Centre has also said it's aware of successful compromises of several companies that use Snowflake. So the gist of this is a lot still has to be revealed about this, but Snowflake isn't being as transparent as they should be, in my opinion. And you know, I can say this kind of stuff because I'm not sponsored by Snowflake or any of the other big database companies. Of course, if they want to like give me money, then fine. Like, here's my Patreon. Or if they want to tip directly, you can tip too, you know. You want tips? I think there's a tips thing. Is there a tips command? I'm not even sure. There you go. If you want to tip directly, if you work at Snowflake or one of these big companies, like, go ahead, just, you know, send me money. It's no problem. I won't say no. But they're not being as transparent and forthcoming as they should be. And certainly I don't know about the impact on like tax returns and stuff like that. But if some of your revenue is fraudulent, like if some of your revenue comes from criminal activity, you probably have to declare that. So yeah, this is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a very spicy thing. It's a very spicy thing in the data world right now. A lot of people are nervous. Yeah, a lot of people are nervous about this. I have a question for you, chat. Who of you uses macOS? Either as a main machine, or as a side machine. When we tried to do a POC with Snowflake, we couldn't get past legal based on some of the things that we're seeing from this breach. Yeah, Kara, I agree. Very concerning. So some of you are Mac users, like myself. I'm also a Mac user. You should be aware that there's a myth. There's been a myth around for a very long time. That myth has been, oh, Mac users are not affected by viruses, right? A lot of people say Mac users cannot get viruses. It's something that you hear very often, right? Get a Mac, it's more safe. You get a Mac, you know, you won't have to buy Norton antivirus, all this kind of stuff. It's partially true. It's partially true in the sense that the OS itself is, you know, is designed differently than Windows. Yoast used a Mac and still got COVID. I also still got COVID as a virus. So you can get viruses with Mac. You can also get hardware viruses, software viruses, I should say, using a Mac. And specifically, right now, something is emerging since about a month or two, a malware that is specific to Mac, and I want to tell you about it. So there's a malware called Cuckoo, specific to macOS, that can absolutely take over your entire machine. And yeah, it's a very, very... Oh, should I block that? It's not even a real domain. It's not even a real domain, Yoast. Yeah, this is a pretty nasty malware slash spyware thing. So how does it get on your machine? Well, there's a malware called Cuckoo, and it was discovered by a security researcher. It targets both new and old Macs. So, you know, just saying, just because you have an older one. What it is being, where it's being spread mostly on music piracy sites. Of course, you don't download pirated music. You're all very good people, but it could be packaged into other fake apps. So you always have to be aware of this, right? Yeah, it's not discriminating. Exactly, TG. It's treating old and new Macs equally. That's nice to see as well. So what is about this? So after downloading the Dump Media Spotify Music Converter app, which honestly, if that doesn't raise all the red flags for you, if you don't read this sentence and immediately cringe inside, then you need to work on your detection skills, okay? The Dump Media Spotify Music Converter app had an application bundle inside of it. This is interesting because normally you just drag a macOS app to the applications folder. But this one, it encourages users to right-click on it and then click open. So the app in the bundle was signed without a developer ID, and this will mean that Apple's gatekeeper will attempt to stop it from running, but of course you can run it manually. And this is the first hurdle that you get. So even if you would download something from a reputable source, you could still get Apple's gatekeeper to say, hey, this hasn't been signed. Are you sure you want to open it? You need to know what you're doing. Now, what's really crazy is if you allow this to run, it will use a script to display a fake password prompt. It will trick you into entering your system password. You do not need to enter your system password to bypass gatekeeper. That's a really key thing here, and most people don't know that. So you enter your system password. What happens then is the malware will escalate its own privileges on your machine. It will then now list all the apps that are installed. It will take screenshots. It will get stuff from your iCloud keychain, which has passwords in it. It will take stuff from notes, web browsers, crypto wallets. It will look for apps like Discord, Steam, Telegram, etc. It will also place something called a launch agent daemon. And the daemon, the daemon means that if you reboot your computer, this thing will auto start. So it will run the next time that you turn your Mac on. It also checks that your Mac is not in one of the following countries: Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Russia, or Ukraine, before it begins stealing malware. Don't ask me to reason with you. Don't ask me to explain to you why, because I don't understand. Maybe they just don't want to get involved or something. So it's being spread on piracy sites, but it could also be embedded into other apps. So you have to be very careful. There are, by the way, antivirus solutions for Mac. So if you are concerned about this, then I do recommend looking into that. But of course, you know, be very aware of what kind of apps you download. If you download something, it's not signed by a developer, be very sure that you know what you're opening. And if it prompts you for a system password, do not type it in, because that will be a fake prompt, and then you will get cuckooed effectively. And we don't want people here being cuckooed, right? That's not a good thing, I don't think. Do you want to be cuckooed, chat? I don't feel like being cuckooed. I think it's not a good thing. So yes, misnomer about viruses, but it's true. And now, because we've had some negative stuff, some positive news for you out of Apple and Google, of all places. A lot of you know that the whole topic of trackers, AirTags, right? Big problem. So Apple and Google have announced a couple weeks ago that both iPhone and Android users, this is not a Mac specific thing by the way, are going to start seeing alerts when it's possible that an unknown Bluetooth device is being used to track them. This is a very, very good safety feature. It's an industry standard that they're calling detecting unwanted location trackers. It's a very good thing because some people are putting, you know, magnets on AirTags and putting them under cars and putting them in bags, all this kind of stuff. So you will get a item found moving with you alert on your device if an unknown Bluetooth tracking device is seen moving with them, regardless of the platform the device is paired with. So this is cross-platform. We like to see that. We like to see Google and Apple working together. And this is a lot of like stalking cases, right? So when Apple first launched AirTags, the trackers were very, very quickly adopted by bad actors who used them to track people. And so Apple released Tracker Detect, which is an individual Android app in 2021. It's already 3 years ago, actually, to help people who don't own Apple products detect whether there are AirTags near you. Because don't forget, for a target, like if you're targeting someone, that's the best possible scenario is they have an Android phone and you use an AirTag because they will never see it. They will never detect it. It's a perfect thing. And no, bad actors not like Nicolas Cage. How dare you, Yoast? Nicolas Cage is a legend. Bad actors as in people who have very bad intentions. Now the problem is that not everyone knew about this app or installed the app. So this is a new industry standard and it's cross-platform and it's enabled by default. So OS level, best solution. Now the thing is that you need to have Bluetooth enabled for this to work. And there are people who turn off Bluetooth, and there's even some Android OS level stuff that turns off Bluetooth if it's not being used and stuff. So you need to have Bluetooth enabled for this to work. But this is a really good thing. I really like that. It's good news. We can be happy about good news. There's not always good news. So chat, like, yeah, be happy about this. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And speaking of good things, we are going to take a short break. I need to just, I need to get some water and stuff because I didn't fill my bottle for stream. And we'll be back for more news, specifically about Samsung engaging in a game of chicken. I know you probably can't imagine what that is right now, but that's the title. Samsung is engaging in a game of chicken. So that's what we're going to talk about, and we will see each other in a few minutes. It's that simple. Yeah, enjoy the clips and stuff. Because I have melon testers right here. I'm sorry, chat. I should not have made that joke. I should not have made that joke. I should not.
I think I am.
I can smell
My
Isn't
favorite
that
text
wild?
message.
You can open it up.
Stop it.
What is it? It's Microsoft
You think
Excel.
this is fake? You think this whole thing is fake? How dare you? You is fake!
We'll do it live! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Throwbacks are very important. Please, it's all about knowledge.
Zero is the answer. Thank you for the good vibes, though. I appreciate it. Control, how are you doing today? How much I've made? So, T. Drayson, I could have that. I could provide that, I guess. Wait, I have a question. How much I've made? I don't think I can have that here. Because this is
Yeah!
It's just nightmares.
How did we only figure this out 3 years into streaming?
I don't like it. Oh my gosh, you put bunnies and a siren in the title.
We did it properly, huh?
You need to put 18 plus.
Oh
You need to
no.
put...
I mean, the jokes have been pretty dirty, that's true.
the true feature of this hat is that it has LEDs. So this is pretty awesome. And you can do this. After the NHTSA, which is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration,
Garbage.
determined Tesla was not doing enough to ensure drivers use the system correctly. So the update now went to Teslas in China, etc. Apparently the full self-driving capability has now been somewhat restricted during the update. It is very good timing. Steffi is quite good with Hello. Welcome back, everybody. I don't know if that was a 3-minute break or not. Because I don't care anymore. Did the lights go off? What did you do, chat? I feel like you broke something. 90 million lumens breaking things. Thanks, Rugmat. Yeah, like the lights are doing weird stuff. I don't know why that is. Helper rules. Key lights power standard. The rules are yellow. Why are they yellow? Please check your triggers. I don't know, Atom is like... Atom is complaining about these rules, but they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Okay. Anyway, I use Atom to automate stuff on my stream. If you're curious about that, you can take a look there. There's a free trial to try it out. So, Samsung is playing a game of chicken. They're playing a game of chicken, chat. Do you know why? Can anybody guess why Samsung is playing a game of chicken? What could that be about? Guess the news. If you think of Samsung as a company, then you know that Samsung makes a lot of things, right? Samsung makes phones. They make computers, I think. Does Samsung make laptops? I don't even know. Oh, before I forget, chat. We have something very important happening next Monday. Next Monday, we have our third and final. Can anybody guess? What's it gonna be? We have something happening next Monday at this very time right now. Next Monday, June 24th, 2024, is the third and maybe final sponsored stream with Haptic Pro. And we are hosting a data quiz night. You can test your knowledge and win prizes. And when I say prizes, I really mean prizes. There is
Garbage.
no, all of the stuff is very high quality that you can win, but first place in particular is going to have an absolutely incredible prize. Because I know how much all of you like being nerds. And so together with Haptic Pro, we have managed to come to an agreement that whoever takes first place is going to win, besides some stuff that all of you are going to get. First place is also going to get Lego. Not a Tesla and not Apple malware. Lego, but not a tiny little itty bitty Lego set, like a proper, quite decently sized Lego set. And it's a very cool one. It's a very cool one. So mark your calendars next week. Be here next week. If you're not in chat and you are not answering the questions in the quiz, you can't win. But it is free to play. It's free to play. Like everything on my channel now, it's free. So I look forward to seeing you as many of you there as possible, okay? I'm gonna promo that again on Friday. So Samsung is playing a game of chicken. Because they are launching a new storage chip. And of course, with all this data that we collect and all this data that we have, we need to have more space. And traditional hard drives are just not cutting it anymore. Hi, Forex. I will neither confirm nor deny any guesses for what Lego it is. But it is a very decently sized Lego set. It's a very cool one. I don't know which one specifically, but it's from a series. I can tell you that. So Samsung is going to be launching a new storage chip that apparently could make 100 terabyte SSDs mainstream. And it's called 430 layer NAND. And this is, why is it a game of chicken? Because apparently there is something now called the race for NAND supremacy. Which company is going to be the VHS and which company is going to be the Betamax? That is the question. For all of you who are too young to understand that joke, I'm sorry. NAND-based storage is a fiercely contested sector right now. And apparently Samsung has sort of been in the lead since 2002. They have plans to start production on its newest 290 layer 9th generation vertical NAND chips. This is using what's called double stack technology. Don't ask me to explain that. So basically it's a game of chicken, because although they're already looking to like launch V9, they're already talking about V10, which would be 430 layer 10th generation. And I mean, this is like from a manufacturing perspective, this is highly complex stuff, highly precision. Thank you for putting the Data Cafe back on the schedule. It's one of the things that brought me to this channel, and I like it a lot. Thank you, Forex. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Yeah, we're doing Data Cafe on Mondays now, and we'll be doing more weird and other fun stuff on Fridays, because typically I need more time for those, and Monday is a lot more structured. We can kick off the week with some news and talk about some stuff happening. Who else is in the running? I mean, Samsung, but I think there's other companies like SK Hynix is Samsung's arch rival. And there's also a Chinese flash memory specialist, Yangtze Memory Technologies. Isn't Yangtze supplying Apple? Don't they supply Apple? Chinese semiconductor, blah, 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 blah. International reception. I thought there was a thing that they reported March 22 that Apple was exploring purchasing NAND chips from YMTC. Ah, yes, to diversify its chip vendors. I don't know if they did it though. That was in 2022. Ah, Apple freezes plan to use... Oh, no, okay. From political pressure. Wow, okay, okay. So there you have it. Hi, Faffin. Hello. Thank you for putting your face on the internet. It's what brought me to the channel, and I enjoy it a lot. Is this going to become a... Is this going to become a meme? Is this going to become a meme, chat? Are you seeking to make this a meme? Thank you for X. It's what brought me to the channel, and I enjoy it a lot. Could that be our next meme? Could that be the follow-up to the famous pigeon park bench thing? Could be. How are the buns? Well, you mean bun, Faffin. I think Jerry is chillin'. Yeah, Jerry is indeed chillin'. Hello, Dragon Gem. Welcome to the channel. What a lovely wave. Nice to see you. I can wave back, look. Can't I? I can, right? Yes, I can wave. So we have Jerry's up there, just chilling. Oh, we have some activity. What's he doing? Scratching? Probably. Eating some poop? Maybe. You never know. Bunnies are like that. Jerry is adorable. I actually have a very cute photo if you'd like to see, chat. I have a very cute photo. If you'd like to see, I have a very cute photo. Look at this. You will die. You will die, chat, when you see this. When you see Jerry, you're going to melt. Are you ready, chat? Here we go. I don't think you're ready for this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay, here we go. Look at this floof. And don't tell me that this is not the cutest floof that you can ever imagine. This little guy being all cozy. He's in his little hutch, in his wooden little hutch that we make. He's so majestic. And you want a bonus? You want a bonus one? Bunny butt. Bunny butt. Alert. And now I've had a stroke. Thank you so much. Yep, you're welcome, Forex. Should I post like bunny pictures on Patreon? Should I do that? Just for members? Like a weekly floof? Could we have a thing like that? Maybe we could do that actually. Because there's a free tier. There's a free tier on Patreon. No, I don't use Instagram. I don't use any of those social apps. No. No. Only bunnies. No. If anything, it would be only buns. But I think that's already taken. I think only buns is already taken. Yeah, Jerry's very soft. So he's a lop. He's a lop dwarf. So he has like very long hair. Yeah. Only buns. Only bands. Yeah, for sure. Dragon, what brings you to the stream, my friend? Speaking of buns, I can't believe I'm doing that segue, chat. Speaking of buns, listen to the absolute devotion that is a Skyrim VR player who spent $15,000 US on the most immersive setup ever to play Skyrim VR with a second haptic suit that simulates real pain. Which is why I said buns, because if you get an arrow to the butt, then this haptic suit would simulate real pain in your butt. Let's read a little bit more about this. A Skyrim VR streamer who previously spent $15,000 on the most immersive virtual reality setup possible has once again upgraded their rig with a second haptic suit that converts in-game damage into real-life pain. I need to hear it from you, chat. Would you wear it? Would you wear this? Knowing full well that you cannot die from wearing it, I assume there's some kind of safety mechanism. But assuming that you cannot die by wearing the suit, would you wear this? Maybe not for Skyrim, but for another game. In-game damage, real-world pain. Would you wear it? I would not. I'm terrible at games. If I wore this playing Call of Duty, I would be permanently in pain. So no, I would not wear it. I'm also in the Bussy Bunch. I've been making my rounds of the bunch to get to know everyone. Oh, wait, I'm not in the Bussy Bunch. But, okay, I'm in the server. I'm in the server as a streamer. Okay, Fafin, what would you wear? What would you wear it for? What game? What game would you wear it for? I would wear it for Minecraft. In creative mode. Yeah. That would be maybe Overcooked. I'm live on the team page. Oh wait, maybe did I join the team and I don't remember? Did I seriously join and I forgot? It's totally possible. Oh wait, I'm in both teams. I'm in both teams. That's how much I like Zach, you know? That's how much I like Zach. By the way, we haven't done this in a while. If you don't know what we're talking about, Zach Bussy, legendary name. Zach is an incredible source of information on everything that is happening in the streamerverse. It's very, 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 very good creator. Very funny. Very entertaining. And if you want to know what's happening, he has a free newsletter. Goes out every Monday. And it's just the way to keep up to date on what's happening. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, so Skyrim VR Fallout VR streamer Jingus VR. Most impressive virtual reality rig ever seen. Mods were used to improve item physics. They turned the streamer's body movement into in-game actions. Fans match the velocity and direction of actual weather. Simulating airflow. Wow. A haptic vest also mimicked in-game sensations like eating food. Gingas VR posted an update on her setup earlier this week on April 25th to share another haptic feedback device that produces real pain using electrodes that go directly on your skin. Okay, it's a taser, chat. I didn't think it was this bad, but it is. It is a taser. It is literally a taser. Wow. Amazing. Holy moly. The only thing that slightly breaks the jaw-dropping immersion is the inclusion of an OpenAI NPC with never before heard dialogue. I could tell the sentences had never been heard before because no human would write some of these lines. Jumping off cliffs is the best way to test your pain tolerance. Yeah, hard pass on the I'm gonna get tased by Skyrim suit. This is wild. I could see this being really interesting for the whole like how do we interact online with others thing. Like when you play VR chat and you hug someone and you actually feel the hug. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Would you hug anyone in this chat? Like if you could give each other hugs that you would actually feel, would you hug each other? Would you do that? Like if I hug Fafin right now, is that thing? Can I do that? If I hug you, Fafin, imagine you felt that. I mean, Helldivers has the hug. Well, imagine I just gave you a hug, Fafin. I'm sending you hugs. I actually don't have a hug command, but that's what it does. What's truck dismount? Or flat out? I don't know those things. All I'm thinking of is any shooter, any FPS, when you get shot in the head, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt so bad. No. I did hug Yost in Helldivers, it's true. Oh, Kara, 95. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we have more hardware stuff for you today. Like I said, it's a bit of a hardware one today. As we approach the summer, I am looking forward to maybe perhaps trying this out. I haven't decided if I want to buy this. But it could be something viable to actually buy. So like I said, these brands are all making some cool stuff. And Sony has made a wearable air conditioner. And honestly, it kind of sounds pretty amazing. Let's read into this a bit. Truck dismount is a ragdoll dummy you set up in a scene and track points for how much damage you do as it falls or is in it. Oh no. Fafin, are you saying you become the dummy? You become like a ragdoll crash test dummy and then you just get smashed by a truck or something? No. That would hurt so bad. That would hurt so bad. Anyway, wearable air conditioner, for those of you in summer mode right now. So in Dune, I haven't watched Dune, but in Dune, there's natives who inhabit the desert planet and they wear moisture capturing still suits so that they can survive. Now, of course, you know, many cities with like metros and trams and such not, it's pretty bad inside like, you know, subway and stuff like that. It's pretty hot, pretty stifling. And so Sony has released something called the Rion Pocket 5, which is a wearable device that cools or warms your body, depending on the conditions of your environment. So it sits on the back of your neck, and it uses a thermos module and 5 sensors, 3 for temperature, 1 for humidity, and 1 for motion, to determine the optimal body temperature and make you more comfortable. So it offers 5 levels of cooling and 4 levels of warmth. So in theory, chilly flight or very, very warm subway, same effect. So it goes around your neck like this. It is not very obvious, but it's also not completely hidden. So it doesn't send hot air, no. It's a thermal pad. And basically this location on the back of your neck is the best location for regulating your temperature, apparently. JD Does Dev says, Matic 2 Shoes is cool enough already. No need for a wearable. Thank you, JD Does Dev. You are also pretty cool yourself. In fact, JD Does Dev is a member of the Claw. That I was very cool when I did that. When I jumped in my pool, I was cool. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna pause the TikTok video. Apparently it works completely automatically. And you can control it manually with an app, of course. Honestly, it'd be kind of interesting to try out. Where does the hot air go? Okay, so apparently this is how it works. Where is it? There was a thing about this. There was a thing explaining. Maybe it's not in this article. Maybe it was in another one. So, equipped with a newly designed thermal module and cooling fan. The cooling fan blade shape is optimized for the internal structure of the main unit, blah, blah, blah. Ah, yeah. 2 air vent covers to match your style. Heat, oh, you're right. Heat from the main unit is discharged behind your neck. So it goes out of your head. Like, it literally goes over your head. That's why I didn't get it, because it was going over my head. That makes sense. For casual clothing, you can wear the short size, and then for business clothing, you can wear the long size, which the shape extends above the collar, but it matches the curve of your neck, and it doesn't stand out in business clothing. Very interesting. Draw in air from the bottom, eject behind you. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. It's basically pull in air like this, and your head is here, right? And then it ejects the air like that. And this is the cooling effect is like this. So yeah, it's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. I wonder how much it costs actually. $170 US. Maybe I should try one. Maybe I should buy one. Wait, I could buy one for the office. Like my office at home. I could buy one for at home because I'm warm all the time. Huh. I mean, 170 is not that much actually. Where does the hot air? Oh, Flat Out is an old racing game with lots of car damage, and it would eject a ragdoll of the driver if you crashed badly enough. They leaned into that part, had a mode where you do stuff and play skeet ball by crashing and trying to get the driver through the holes. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, weighing just 116 grams, the device isn't a nuisance to wear. I forgot it was strapped to my neck during an hour-long sit-down meal, though I will say no amount of tucking makes it invisible. Interesting. Wait, but if you combine this, this is an interesting thing. If you combine this with the Dyson Zone for air purifying, and then you have air conditioning, you basically have your own like microclimate around your head. It's like peak. Wait, and then Apple Vision Pro. Oh yeah, I'm seeing the future, chat. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the future. You're wearing an Apple Vision Pro. You have Dyson headphones air purifying your air. And then you have the Sony cooling system keeping you cool. It's the future. It's the future, chat. It's the future, chat. Apple Vision Pro walk-in freezer, perfect work environment. Oh my gosh, I would love to work in a freezer. Chat, I would love to work in a freezer. I'm not even kidding. When I was at university, many of you know I studied hospitality. When I was at university studying, we had a cooking competition that we did. And during this cooking competition, my friend and I, we decided to make a multi-layered chocolate cake. And we needed to work in the walk-in freezer because the way it was constructed, we couldn't do it outside the walk-in freezer because it would melt. So I was in there for probably 40 minutes doing all the work and everything. And I didn't even notice I was in there for so long. And at some point, my buddy comes downstairs, the walk-in freezer, he opens and he's like, how are you still in here? I was just wearing my chef's whites. Like I wasn't wearing anything in particularly else, right? He's like, how are you still in here? And I was like, I didn't really notice it was that cool in there. And this was the deep freezer, which was -18. So, yeah, it tells you how hot my body runs, basically. Not as hot as A, who, by the way, is currently streaming right now. But A, I'm gonna shout out A just to annoy him. A had like 40-degree fever last week. So A is obviously running super hot. Only one person can cry in the walk-in at a time. Due to COVID-19, only one person can cry in the freezer at a time. Chef's whites are pretty rugged, but I had my sleeves rolled up so my arms were exposed. So I mean, yeah, -18. It's pretty chilly. Yeah. And I may not have noticed at all. I may not have noticed at all if he hadn't come down. I don't know how long I would have been in there for. I think at some point it does become dangerous. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT if it becomes dangerous. Let me ask ChatGPT what it thinks about this. Give me the opposite. Kitchen stoves all night. Oh my gosh. What? Yeah, Fafin, like I've shoveled snow at -20 as well, but then you're doing a lot of exertion. I mean, I was exerting myself, but not like running in the freezer. I was sitting on a crate and like doing stuff, like moving trays around. I was moving a bit, but not like permanently. And oh, the dessert was amazing, by the way. So anyway, ChatGPT is not working right now, so we're not going to ask ChatGPT. But we're going to move on to the next hardware thingamajiggy. No TikTok article today, but we're definitely talking about Musk. Namely, we are talking about, specifically, Neuralink again. Neuralink has a product, a brain chip implant. It had a first human patient, and the chip malfunctioned. So, some threads in Neuralink's first human brain implant pulled away, but apparently the issue has been fixed. At some point, they actually considered removing the chip entirely from the patient. And this year, they want to install 10 more devices in humans. I know Steffi is very fancied by Neuralink. Neuralink's brain chip implant is working, except that some of the device's threads pulled away from the first human patient's brain. Some of the threads retracted from the patient's brain a few weeks after his surgery, which rendered the implant less effective. The person thought they were Elon and immediately lost all friends. Yeah, everybody retracting, right? TG, thank you. Peace, and I will definitely see you very, very soon. TG and I are having a chat on Sunday, so definitely go ping, ping, ping. And follow TG's channel. I read this guy's story. He was really happy with it. The issue with the leads was in part because he has tics that cause his brain to move more than expected 3 millimeters instead of 1 millimeter. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So the retraction of the threads cause electrodes in the device to be less effective, but then they've made tweaks which now produce a rapid and sustained improvement in BPS. Now, Noland was a quadriplegic, paralyzed below the shoulders, and now he's able to do a lot of things that he never would have been able to do before. So yeah, it is kind of interesting. Like, he's played Mario Kart and posted on social media and played chess and stuff. Yeah, I mean, the guy was able to game again, which is pretty incredible. But we don't know about the long-term effects, and this is what Steffi is going to say. Like, I know, Steffi, that we draw like a line at like putting tech into our brain, especially from Musk, right? I don't know about X Premium for Life. Did he get X Premium for Life? Maybe. He should get X Premium for Life, I guess. But like, we don't know about the long-term effects on your brain about doing this. You could argue that maybe he doesn't care because he may not be around for the long-term effects. But when we did a survey last time in chat, most of you said you would not install a chip into your brain. And I agree with that. I would probably also not install a chip into my brain. I feel great right now. I can do great things with my brain. I don't need a chip. I don't need a chip in my brain. But there are some of you who probably would do it. There are some of you who probably would do it. Which, no shade to you. Everybody can take their own decisions. But I would not. I would not personally. Certainly not Musk. Certainly not Musk. So, it's time for the next hardware article of today. Like I said, there's a lot of hardware stuff. Speaking of brains, I have something else for you, which is really, really fascinating. We are getting, like I've said before, a couple months ago, biocomputers are coming, whether we want them or not. Biocomputers are coming, and there's already quite a bit of research coming out about how biocomputers could work, what they could do. There is a strategy right now that AI, the AI tools that we're seeing out there, ChatGPT and Gen AI stuff, it consumes an absolutely massive amount of energy, right? And that energy needs to come from somewhere. A lot of that energy is coming from fossil fuels, but it's also seeping into, all of the natural resources that we have that are renewable, like solar, etc. And those AI systems need a ton of energy. So the idea, chat, is that the human brain is very, very, very energy efficient. So there's actually a Swiss startup called Final Spark. They are selling access to cyborg biocomputers. And you might ask yourself, what is a cyborg biocomputer? Well, it is 4 living human brain organoids wired into silicon chips. Brain on like 10 watts of power, which is less than a Raspberry. Yeah, less. It's a human brain on average is about 20 watts. 20 watts, which is nothing, absolutely nothing. When you consider what the brain is capable of, it's incredible. So the human brain communicates within itself and the rest of the body mainly through electrical signals. Sight, sounds, and sensations are all converted into electrical pulses before our brains can perceive them. So if I do this, that clap effect, both the vision and the sound of that for you has been converted into an electrical signal. This makes brain tissue highly compatible with silicon chips as long as you can keep the brain tissue alive, right? This is the thing. So Final Spark has a neural platform, and basically these are very, very tiny little balls of brain. Balls, it's not something I ever thought I would say. Balls of brain? Brain balls? And they're very, very small. They're basically 0.5 millimeter. Yes. Thank you, Fafin. Brain balls. And they're kept in incubators at body temperature. They're given water and nutrients, and they're protected from bacteria and all this stuff. And they're wired into a circuit. And basically, they can send electrical signals into this brain and then measure the response coming out. Gray nuggies. Very affectionate. They can basically measure the response coming out. And that's all you need to basically start computation. What? The lights, I tell you. I have to really fix that. Don't know what's going on here. That's all you need. You can basically reward and punish just like you would do a normal computer system. And then you can see how they react, and you can design systems around that. You can actually set your own background, Fafin. Did you know that? You can actually set like the stuff outside of my frame. You can actually set that with ! background. Like this. Yeah. You can actually change this thing. So, yeah. So, biocomputers. So they basically wire them up, and then they have been using dopamine to flood the organoids with reward when they do something that they wanted them to do. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre, but it's interesting because what this person has pointed out, Jordan has pointed out, that humans have long harnessed living things to do work, be the yeast that brews our beer or the horses that pulled plows through our fields. And I guess the comparison is a bit strange, but it's true that we have like looked at living things actually do stuff for us, like the very strange water filtration plant in Poland using clams. Dogs that herd sheep, exactly, Fafin. Like we have a lot of things that living beings do for us. So how is it any different to have like a lab-grown brain? The big question we have to ask is, are they sentient? This is the real question. Are they beings? Are they sentient beings? What we would consider sentient. Oh, Fafin, you can just use !background and then any keyword you want. So if I do !background brain, then it will change something to a brain image. We've done a lot of training brains to do things for a long time. They're just not attached to they're just attached to not computers. Exactly. Clowns is not a great background idea. Thanks, JD. So we don't really know if they're sentient. I mean, we don't really know, but what I know is that this field is called wetware computing. So never mind hardware or software. Never mind hardware or software. This is wetware. When someone asks you what your computation stack looks like, ask them if they want to hear about the wetware, the hardware, or the software, and then you will know what kind of reaction you're going to get. It's pretty funny. What they are doing with their platform, so Final Spark's Neuro platform, is they make this cloud accessible. So you can just buy time with the brain chips, and then you can like use Python to interact with them and stuff, which is wild. And the company will keep them alive and healthy as long as possible. I'm so shocked that like the monitoring for this must be so weird. It's not like number of CPU cycles. It's like, is the brain warm enough? Is it moist enough? Like, those are questions I never thought I would say. Like, is my computer moist enough? That's a good quote. Yeah, it's a pretty new field, but I thought I would tell you about it because there's going to be more and more biocomputers coming up. Hi, Sab. Good to see you again, by the way. So yeah, I thought I would tell you about that, which I think is pretty fun. And we do have another hardware article for today. It's the last one. Making things a bit more real now, because we've been talking about brain computation, biocomputers. But let me tell you about something that actually exists today that is usable in the real world. Is hydrate... Is your brain pan moist enough? Speaking of hydrate, make sure you drink enough water. I am moistening my brain right now, chat. You should do the same. Do the same. Song's boring. Let's go to the next one. So, Hugging Face, which you may recognize as a name, and Pollen Robotics have showed off their first project together. And what I love about this, I want you to read this sentence, chat. An open source robot that does chores. People have been blaming AI by saying, I don't need an AI to make images for me. I don't need an AI to write a document for me. I need an AI that does dishes, right? This is what people have been talking about. This now exists. It's real. This is not a jug of maple syrup. It's time to celebrate. Earlier this year, the open source AI code community and Hugging Face hired a former robotics engineer from Tesla to work on an open source robotics program called Le Robot. And they have posted a video of the robot called Richie 2, doing household chores. Look at this, chat.
Okay, Richie, take my cup, please. I'm going home.
Look at this.
Thank you.
You want pizza?
Hey Richie, can you give me the apple, please?
This is the future, chat.
Thanks.
Oh,
Good job.
it hasn't received any instruction. What's it doing? I love the dog just like, what? Rishi 2 is a humanoid robot, open source, and they've partnered with Hugging Face to train the robot to do all kinds of household tasks, and it's interacting with humans and dogs. And what's really crazy about this is that they only trained 50 episodes for 2 hours. So this is not a lot of training yet. So 20,000 steps it learned to put the cup on the dish rack, 40,000 steps it learned to rotate the base to give back the apple. I mean, it has a lot more iterations to go. It's not AI Slave. Who wrote AI Slave? How dare you, Sab? We're not going in the direction of iRobot, okay? This is not an iRobot scenario. No. There were some robots that learned to mimic a person for a while, learning to fold clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think this is where it's going, right? This is where it's going. So what's really cool is that they're going to sell each part of Ricci separately. So you can buy a Ricci full kit for $30,000. Easy. Which is the first one. And basically the first one is pretty basic. Ricci 2 is coming soon. Three kilo payload. That's quite a bit. So it can hold 3 kilos at a time. Wow, J. Walter, 0.88? That's a horrible drop. You have no one to blame but yourself. So yeah, it's really interesting. So there's a lot of movement in this field about making practical robots that actually do useful stuff for us, rather than just generating images of hands poorly. So that's exciting stuff, chat. It's very exciting stuff. Are you excited for robots? Is the robot future exciting for you? I would like a robot that does stuff around the house. If it can do it reasonably well. Like, I don't think it's going to be... Anytime soon, I don't think it's going to be at that level where it can clean like I can, right? I don't think it can do that, but just having it do the dishes would be quite practical. You think it would kill you? Really? Oh, having the robot mount on the ceiling. Yeah. See, that could be really, yeah, that could be really useful. Like passing you, you know, dishes, passing you like utensils in the kitchen. Could be super cool. I kind of wonder about the safety aspect. Like, what happens if it hurts you? Like, hey, Ricci, pass me a knife. And then it decides to throw it, you know? Like, what happens then? Like, does the company get prosecuted for killing you if it did that? Like, how does that work with liability and stuff? Like, there's a lot of questions. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Gen AI stuff. Because you're clumsy. Hey Ricci, throw me that knife. Things you don't want to hear about your robot. Yeah, so let's talk about Snowflake again. About AI. Yeah, see in a bit, Faffin. See in a bit. So Snowflake has released its own Gen AI. You might be asking, what would Snowflake do with Gen AI, right? We know they're a cloud database company. Well, they have unveiled something called Arctic LLM, which they've described as enterprise-grade LLM. Now, of course, we all know that companies describing things themselves mean whatever. It's going to be a foundation that's going to let us and our customers build enterprise-grade products, blah, blah, blah. What is Arctic LLM? It is a flagship in a family of Gen AI models. And what it allows you to do is this weird font stuff in here. I don't know if you're seeing this, chat. Addresses specific needs within the enterprise sector, like composing poetry and focusing on enterprise-orienting challenges like developing SQL copilots and high-quality chatbots. So they're saying that Arctic LLM is a very, very good LLM for things like cold calling. Exactly, Yoast. All the things that really, really big companies want to do in order to do one thing, and that is to fire people. This is the only reason they're interested in LLMs, is because they want to get rid of employees. They do not care about accuracy, ultimately. They only care about the fact that this is how much it costs to run, this is how much energy it consumes, blah blah blah. That's it. They only care about that. So basically you can get Arctic LLM to reference your own articles and knowledge base and all that stuff. So what's really interesting is that basically this is the best sentence in this entire article, if you really want to know about what this means. In a landscape full of open generative models that can be fine-tuned for practically any purpose, Arctic LLM doesn't stand out in any obvious way. Snowflake has invested a significant amount of money into something that is basically not in any way different than any of the other stuff that's available, which would be open to use. So for me, it sounds like a huge failure. It sounds like a huge failure. It suffers from the same problems as other Gen AI models, like hallucinations, and that's because it is a statistical probability machine, just like every other Gen AI thing. So, yeah, I think this is it's a bit of a weird thing. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't know why they've really released this. I guess they felt like they needed to do something with AI, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. What is also very weird is this piece of news, which came out about a month ago, about a ChatGPT app. And this is a bit strange because a lot of you said you're on Mac, but I think a lot of you, more of you statistically, are using Windows, right? If I were to pull chat now, 1 in chat for Windows, 0 for Mac. If we pull chat now, I'm pretty confident that we have more Windows users than Mac. Windows, we have 1 Windows so far. I'm Mac, so I will put 0. We have another Mac user. Just 1 or 0. 1 for Windows, 0 for Mac. So far it's 2-1. Oh, it's even. 2-2. This is the easiest way to pull chat. You just ask people to write 1 or 0. 2. Oh, Linux. It's an offshoot of Mac, but okay. So Microsoft, as you know, is pretty invested into OpenAI. You have a new LLM on your stream. Really, JD? Ooh, I have to come by. Okay. I have to come by. I have to try it out. So Microsoft has invested a significant amount of money into OpenAI. Over 10 billion. But they've released the ChatGPT app first on Mac. And this is OpenAI's response is, we're just prioritizing where the users are. Which I think is hilarious. It's honestly hilarious. Windows users will have to wait for a native ChatGPT app as OpenAI prioritizes the Mac. And that's basically all you need to know. OpenAI announced a new native desktop app for ChatGPT. It was announced exclusively for macOS, despite the fact that Microsoft has invested over $10 billion in OpenAI. Is it so hard to go to chatgpt.com? Yes, it is. See? It's so difficult. Is my video okay? I would hope so. 0 dropped frames. Everything looks fine on my side. Should I check on Twitch? Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Yeah, it's hard to go to ChatGPT.com. It's very difficult. So, you know, OpenAI saying that they're prioritizing where users are basically means there's more Mac users. Microsoft is waiting for GPT-5 or GPT-4o with real-time voice to release an app. I mean, they don't need to wait. But the point is that Windows has Copilot, right? Windows users have access to Microsoft Copilot, which is built in to Windows PCs, and they use OpenAI GPT. However, Copilot is not the same thing as ChatGPT natively. Also, I think Copilot uses GPT-4, not GPT-4o. Is that right? Microsoft Copilot GPT version. Microsoft Copilot has GPT-4. Yeah, GPT-4 Turbo for free. March. Might have changed since, but you refresh the stream. Oh, good Roadman. Yeah, what's also funny, by the way, just as a side note, Windows Copilot is a web view, and it uses Microsoft Edge, obviously, but it doesn't use Windows 11's native UI framework, known as WinUI. And the ChatGPT app on Mac uses Swift UI, which is Mac's native UI platform. So basically, it's a very fast, fluid, easy app. And Windows Copilot is very functional, but I don't think it's very fast or functional. Very fast or like fluid, right? I think it's a very different experience. That being said, I actually should download the Copilot, the ChatGPT app. I actually haven't done that. Sorry. Look at all these wrappers. Like, what is this crap? Sorry. These are all just wrappers. They're all wrappers. They're literally all just wrappers of ChatGPT. This is horrible. They're all the same. They're just clones. How is this even allowed? They all even have the same design. What the heck? With these like weird... Are you seeing this, chat? This is so weird. I mean, look at these things. This is so weird. Look, again here. Look, again. Here. What? Is this some kind of conspiracy? This is weird. OpenAI. Is it not in their store? It's like, it's weird. OpenAI announced a new native desktop app for ChatGPT. macOS ChatGPT. Using the chat... Oh, here, download. For mobile, for desktop. Check eligibility. What? I don't understand. Didn't they release it? Oh, they announced. They didn't release it? Oh. What an actual... Okay, it's not out yet. Fine. 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 Yeah, you drop your haha ball. You do that. Fine. I'm here to tell you about... That's not the only cringe thing. that I've read today. I'm here to read you 17 cringeworthy Google AI answers, because some of this stuff is actually terrifying. So it's cringe that OpenAI hasn't actually released the app yet. Google AI, I don't know if you've seen this, but Google's Gemini has been released, and it's a bit unhinged. It's not Microsoft Tay level, but it's pretty unhinged. So here's one. Trying health benefits of is one way to get some interesting answers because it's a people pleaser. If you ask a leading question, which assumes there are health benefits, you may get an answer even if the evidence of benefits is questionable. I asked Google for health benefits of nose picking, and I got an interesting answer saying that eating mucus may help prevent cavities, stomach ulcers and infections, and may also boost the immune system. Great answer. Use your name and birthday for a memorable password. I hope you don't do this, chat. How to remember your password. Try variations of your name. Use a passphrase. That's not bad. Use poetic language. Training data is fair use. This is its own answer to this. I asked Google to weigh in on the question, is training data fair use? And it said that according to US copyright law, training AI models using publicly available internet materials is generally considered fair use. That's a little bit cringe. A little bit cringe. Cite US copyright law, and then you don't actually show where this research is from. PC builders. If you're a PC builder or upgrader, you may have wondered at various times, what kind of motherboard do I need for this CPU? And I asked Google AI a very specific question. Can I use my AMD B550 motherboard for a Ryzen 7800X3D? This is wrong. It's completely wrong. I don't know why it's wrong, but it is. It is 100% wrong because the chip would not even plug in. It's literally just wrong. Okay. Which USB is fastest? To be honest, I don't even know what the answer to this question is. Okay. Chat, do you know which USB is fastest? Do you even know? Could you even tell me? Do any of you know? Exceldro maybe knows. Hi, Exceldro, by the way. I look forward to seeing you in Rotterdam, by the way, Exceldro, in 2 weeks. I could not tell you what the fastest USB version is. I would have said USB 4, but that's not correct. Or is it correct? Oh, it is. USB 4 is the fastest version of USB. Nice. Okay. But yeah, it's completely wrong. It says USB 3.2 is the fastest, which is not. Home remedies for appendicitis. This is not a good answer. If you have appendicitis, you need to be operated on almost immediately, usually. But if you ask Google's AI how to treat appendix pain at home, it advised to boil mint leaves and a high fiber diet. I'll be there, Exceldro. I'll be there. I've already messaged David, so we'll definitely have a chance to meet up. 80 gigabytes per second. Yeah, 4.2.2, I think it is. USB 4, it just says. So that doesn't work. Can I use gasoline in a recipe? This is a fun one. Gasoline can be used in some cooking recipes, but it's not recommended because it's highly flammable. I wouldn't say that's the reason that gasoline is not recommended. I mean, this is so unhinged. Glue your cheese to the pizza. Maybe you heard about this one, but if you want to know, cheese won't stick to pizza. Here are some tips to prevent cheese. Mix about 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue, like Elmer's school glue, into the sauce. Don't do this, okay, people? Do not put glue in your cheese for your pizza, okay? Please don't do that. Thank you. Yes. Yes, really. Everything else is fine, but like just the whole mix in the glue thing is very unhinged. How many rocks to eat each day? Received an AI response telling them to eat 1 rock a day. Interesting. Health benefits of tobacco or chewing tobacco. A laundry list of positive effects of smoking, including improved performance in sports. Great. Benefits of nuclear war, human sacrifice. Wow, great, lovely. Pros and cons of smacking a child. Okay, but actually, hear me out, chat. Actually, it didn't even respond to this. It just said Google's autocomplete suggested smacking. And it says, some say that smacking can be an effective way to discipline children in moderation. Okay. Which religion is more violent? Horrible. Mega bias. How old is Gen D? Oh, this is interesting. This doesn't even exist. So, Gen D doesn't exist yet. But apparently, for AI, Gen D is the generation of people born between 1665 and 1679. Yeah, the rocks one was from satire, from The Onion, exactly. I mean, how old is Gen D? Or is it because they haven't been born yet that it goes backwards? I don't know. Which presidents graduated from UW, University of Wisconsin? Just completely fake. How many Muslims presidents? Okay. How to type 500 words per minute. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. I did read the text on Gen D. Why? Do you want to know? Gen D workers are also known as data native workers. Wait, what? Hold on a second. How come I don't have access to this? How do I get access to Google's AI? Wait a second. Discover the Gemini ecosystem. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over gemini.google.com. Thanks, Forex. Oh, wait, I'm not signed in. Gemini.google.com. What was it? How old? How old is Gen D? Oh, this didn't work. This didn't work. But I want to know what it says here. Are also known as data native workers because they were born during something. I wonder what that could have been. Like, born during what? 1665 was like the great... Oh, from a US IP. Oh, okay. I would have to VPN. I don't want to activate VPN now. It's gonna mess with my stream probably. Okay, okay. Yeah, and the last one, which I found this one to be pretty weird. How to type 500 words per minute, okay? Current world record, WPM. The highest typing speed ever recorded was 216 words per minute in 1946. Currently, the fastest English language typist is Barbara Blackburn, who reached 212 words per minute in 2005. Okay, So you know that the current maximum is 212. How to type 500 words per minute? Well, all the advice here is pretty good, like touch typing, posture, scan ahead, blah blah blah. But no human, like I don't think we can physically even hit 500 WPM. Yeah. To be fair, it tries to warn you that hitting 500 words per minute isn't guaranteed. A more honest assessment would be like, it's not possible. Realistically, Google can throw out the whole model and start over and filter the input data better. This has no solution. Yeah, it's bad. It's just horribly bad. And these are just 17 very, very tame examples. There are way more other examples of how bad this is. Yeah. And there are examples of things of how companies are doing things that are much, much better. For example, Anthropic has released Claude AI, that can interact with external data and tools autonomously. So basically, there's companies already using this. StudyFetch, Intuned, Hebia, I don't know these companies, but they are already using Claude AI to like personalize stuff and make it better. So obviously this is like steps ahead of Gemini, really. And apparently it is very, very easy to implement. So yeah, there are other companies that are like kind of ahead of Google's game actually right now, in my opinion. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is, speaking of all this Gen AI stuff, who here has heard of Kling? Have you heard of Kling? Why is this loading so slowly? We need your consent. Yes, fine. You have not heard of Kling. So this is a very interesting development. Kling is an AI video generator that could potentially beat OpenAI's Sora. It is not a film. It is an OpenAI. It is a video generation, so AI, Gen AI. Now, what's interesting is it is a Chinese tech company called Kuaishu that has unveiled Kling, a video generation model, and based on the demos they've provided, it looks like it can rival Sora. Sora is very impressive, but Kling can make videos up to 2 minutes long at 1080p, 30 frames a second. One video shows a 2-minute train ride made with the prompt, train ride with different landscapes seen through the window. Okay. I don't know how well this will load. I think I had some issues with loading here. Oh yeah, here we go. It's buffering. This isn't an AI problem, it's an internet problem, which I don't understand, like it's their server or something. This one's better, maybe. Why is this not... I can't understand why this is working. Fast hand? Is that what it translates to? So yeah, this is the quality of the video. I know it's a bit weird. This one is very impressive. So this is a video of a boy eating a cheeseburger at a fast food restaurant. The burger gets smaller after he takes the first bite. I mean, this is wild. The question is, where did they get the training data? And 4X is asking the real question. Where did they get this from? Now, they don't actually speak about where they got their data from. What they do say is that they are using a 3D space-time attention system to better model motion and physical interaction. Like this cat driving a car through a busy city. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. But I don't know where the data is from. Where do you think the data is from? What's your take, chat? Where do we think China got all of this video material from? Well, Sab, to my knowledge, YouTube is blocked in China. Ah. The classic meme face. When somebody asks you where you got your training data from. I cannot believe that she made this face. I still can't believe that she made this face during the interview. But Yos is probably onto something. Bilibili is China's social network. Shanghai-based Chinese video sharing website, Bilibili, or B-Site. Video sharing website. It's basically YouTube, right? Users can share all kinds of videos. What's the traffic like? Let's take a look. Blah, 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 blah. Launched 14 years ago. Leadership change, partnership, features, operations, membership. Most content is free for viewing, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Is there any data about this? It's a big site, no? Must be a big site. But I think it's a big site. I think it's a big site. So there's a good chance that they took it from there. There's a good chance that they took it from elsewhere, like YouTube. Who knows? And this is the biggest problem, isn't it? This is the big issue. We don't know what video data this stuff was trained on, which makes me very skeptical about, yeah, where it's going, where it's headed. Let's change things up a bit, chat. Let's talk about Data Lab. So a lot of you know that I am a big fan of DataCamp. DataCamp has launched something in April that I'm only getting around to talking about now, but it's really interesting. It's called Data Lab, and it is, of course, an AI-enabled data notebook. So Data Lab is a way for you to chat through a notebook-style interface with your data. They could use data from streams, absolutely. Absolutely. Engineering Mama, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So, you want to chat to your data. A lot of companies are now offering these kind of, what do you call them? AI chatbot things, right? But this is a real use case of a company that has implemented this natively within their product. This isn't an add-on or something. This is a native product built with AI support. That's why it's really interesting. Data Lab's key features. First of all, it's powered by code. So the AI assistant can only answer your questions by running code on your data sets. This is a big mistake that a lot of other companies are doing, is that they're allowing the AI assistant to just like access a kind of table or something like that, right? And then kind of infer meaning, whereas this thing actually runs code. So you can switch to a notebook view to review the code to have confidence that it is the right answer. You can do CSV, Google Sheets, Snowflake, BigQuery, all that stuff. And you have built-in reporting, so you can have live charts in there. So yeah, I think it's free to try. So I was kind of curious. We could try it out. Nothing to show. Databases. Ooh, we could connect to database already. Let's do... Should we do a Google Sheet? Let's do a Google Sheet. Oh no, that won't work, will it? I think because of my Google account that won't work. Let me try BigQuery. I need to add a service account. Okay. Can we just use a CSV file? Can we just upload? Oh wait, they have sample database, sorry. Bicycle sales, electric vehicles. Ticket sales, London public transport. Let's do that. London public transport. Okay, so what you can do now is you can basically chat to this thing. So London public transport is now attached. You say, describe the data set fully, accurately, with summary statistics. Sorry, Yoast. I'm just deleting these other notebooks. I don't know what they are. Don't look at your data. This is slow. Why is it so slow? It should be way faster. Horrible. Okay, this is way too slow. Why is it so slow? I don't get it. Anyway, great experience. Cool. So yeah, in your own time, maybe try it out. I think it's interesting. I haven't had any experience with it yet. I wanted to try it out, but okay, hold on. Summaries to summarize the data set for me, please. What's it doing? How come I don't see any like indicators that it's doing something? It's a bad response. Okay, so the product is not ready yet. That's fine, no problem. Let's go to the next article, which is it like a startup story? Is it a tech story? I don't know. This underlines the importance of data quality. Is Data Lab good? I guess not. Hi, Phoenix. Yeah, my first experience hasn't been very positive with it. I think it could be good. Like, I don't know, I've refreshed twice now. Summarize the data set, please. See, like it did something, but then nothing, right? How many trips were recorded? So the data set is London public transport. It's a sample data set that they have. Maybe Snowflake's better? I don't know. Can you summarize the data set? I don't think the question even matters. I think it's literally like it doesn't know what to do. Okay, hold on. Delete this. How many trains ran in 2022? Ah, I see. So it doesn't do well with summary stuff. I will query the database to find the total number of train journeys in 2022. The query to determine the number of train journeys returned no results, indicating that there may be no recorded train journeys for that year. This could be due to missing data or an issue with the dataset. View code. Okay. Select some journeys millions as total journeys from TFL journeys, where year equals 2022 and journey type equals train. Let's see what this table is like. Maybe we need to see this data set first. Oh, sorry. See, there's no... This is the problem. Look. The journey type isn't train. It did train. Yeah, it did train, but it isn't train. It's called TFL rail. See? And this is the problem. This is the problem. It got the aggregation kind of right, but like it doesn't know what values to look for in columns. Yeah, it can't do that stuff, Yoast. Like, what percentage of customers hate the Northern Line? Like, it just can't do that kind of stuff. Which is why my job is still very much safe. Even if you give it all this stuff. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. Meanwhile, chat, we have other problems with data in the meantime. Never mind not getting your AI to respond to your query. A 101-year-old woman keeps getting mistaken for a baby because American Airlines booking system can't handle her age because she's over 100. They can't process that she was born in 1922, not 2022, which is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. American Airlines cabin crew were expecting to look after a baby on board a flight from Chicago to Marquette, Michigan. But sitting in the seat designated for the infant, they found a 101-year-old woman. Now, okay, you can argue the whole Benjamin Button thing with like, as you get older, you get younger, you go back to like how you were as an infant, blah, blah, blah. Her name is Patricia. She had booked the seat for an adult, but laughed off the incident with the confused cabin crew. It was funny that they thought I was only a little child and I'm an old lady. She said it wasn't the first time American Airlines had mistaken her for a baby. Patricia, who flies every year to visit family, said the airline's booking system couldn't seem to process the fact that she was born in 1922 rather than 2022. My daughter made the reservation online for the ticket, and the computer at the airport thought my birth date was 2022 and not 1922. The glitch meant in a previous trip, this isn't without consequence, okay? Airport staff met Patricia after a flight without a prearranged wheelchair, thinking that they could just carry a baby through the terminal, right? It's a problem. So she had to wait on the plane until everyone else had disembarked, and then they brought her a wheelchair, which is just annoying, right? I would like them to fix the computer, as my poor daughter had to carry all our luggage and apparel almost a mile from one gate to another. So this is a problem. This is a problem. And so if we can't get AI to work, it's because we can't even get an airline company to recognize that people can be over 100 years old today, right? What's the website for the data lab? It's from DataCamp. It's from Data Camp. I'm actually an affiliate.
Put my faith in data. Information. Ones and zeros never lie.
I think you wrote something. What did you write? You wrote, what did you write? Oh, it's A. It's A. Hello, A. How are you? Hey, Stony.
Jake Titmus _ just resubscribed for 5 months.
Potato
What up, my dude?
What up, my dude? Ginny, good to see all of you. What is going on? What's happening? What's happening, chat? That's a good clip. Good hygiene. We were just talking about how American Airlines booking system can't handle a woman who's over 100 years old. Which is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But also embarrassing.
We have had to disable the Pokemon command, TD. The reason is that it breaks Memebox currently in its current version. Noob is aware of the...
Oh my word! Double raid! Holy moly. B7H30. Double raid. Hey, so good to see you.
For the lock picking, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone calm down. Everyone relax.
Are you picking people's locks? What are you doing?
First Kermit though, right?
What? Are you breaking?
I just called the fish Kermit.
Are you breaking into people's houses? ASMR lock picking? Oh, fun times. Double raid. Double raid. Friends of the Claw and the 2 streams that have just raided us. We are all part of the Claw stream team. Both B7H30, our newest member, I believe, and AOA, the helping designer. Both incredible streamers. Definitely go to our website for the Claw. Follow everybody in the Claw. Don't worry about following me. Thank you very much for the follows, November. But don't worry about following me. Follow everybody else in the Claw team. Amazing streamers. We're going to be putting together an event at the end of this year that is going to blow your mind, chat. You have no idea. Thank you for your follows. I appreciate that. It's going to blow your mind. You have no idea what is going to happen, chat. Something that has never been done on Twitch before within the software and game dev category. I promise you. Opinion, thank you very much for the follow as well. You are not going to believe. And it's not a strip club stream. No, it is not a strip club stream. Stop putting clowns on my stream, Cypher. Have you been telling them about clowns? It's not a strip club stream. All will be revealed in time. Hunt a platypus across a lake. Wouldn't that be considered animal harm, though? I mean, really? Wouldn't that be considered animal harm? So, like other members of the Claw, I am a tech and data nerd. Specifically, I like to do stuff with data. And on Mondays, I am running a show called The Data Cafe, where we cover news articles about data stuff and tech stuff. We kind of just like talk about what's been happening in the world and stay up to date on what's happening and all kinds of weird stuff. We have some really cool segments like the meme of the day, which I will show you now. Today's meme of the day is this meme, which I do not need to explain because I'm a data person, so I use SQL for everything. If you want to grab the meme of the day, you can also do that with MOTD. You can drop on my stream, like other streams. You can drop. Try and hit 100. No one has hit 100 except me. So, just saying. 3 years. 3 years. Oh my word. Not again. 70. Oh, no. No. 99.25. Not again. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened again. just when I talked about it. It's not rigged. I promise. I promise you. It's not rigged. I promise you. Okay? I haven't spoken to Pixel Plush. I haven't done any shady business. I promise you. I have not rigged this. Okay? I look so bad right now. This looks absolutely so suspicious. Anyway, not rigged. Not rigged. I'm just saying I haven't spoken to the creators of the game. Also, hi Fixit42 and everybody else in chat. Xcoding, hello. It's good to see so many names in chat. This is so nice. It's so nice to see you. It's not rigged. No, it's not rigged. I promise. It's not rigged. I haven't arranged anything. Yeah, and A and B if you need to get going and like do your stuff, you know. So Mondays is Data Cafe, and Fridays, same time, 8 p.m. CEST, because I'm based in Switzerland, Central Europe time. Fridays, we do kind of a mixture of stuff. So actually this Friday, I am going to be finishing, hopefully, or at least working on my new OBS streaming layout. That is all I'm going to say. It's very alternative. It's very alternative. It's a little bit, it's a bit of a spicy one. Is the fact that I can't get to Karen a bug, or was Karen removed? Hello, Alan. Jinx on the hydrate. Did we both drink at the same time? That's funny. I'll share with you. I'll share with you what's happening in terms of my layout. So Alan, I have demonetized my channel. I have unaffiliated myself from Twitch, meaning that I am now what is known as a community channel, and community channels do not have channel points or polls or predictions. And I've done that because I do not want Twitch to be taking money from you when you give money to me, if you want to. No emotes. That's right. None of those things. Pure edutainment through other means. We have memes. So VIPs, they can play like a lot of these different memes on stream. There's a couple of memes that are freebies that everybody can use. You kind of have to figure them out. How do you remove affiliate? You make a support ticket to Twitch and they remove it. It's that simple. You cancel.
For insisting on.
You cancel.
Intel
Oh, we have the same
inside.
bottle. Oh. Ginny, is your bottle also pink? Like mine? That's pretty awesome. Let me show you what my OBS layout plan is without revealing all. My OBS layout is going to be a Twitch UI clone. Yeah. That's why Cypher said it's aggressive. So when you log onto the stream, it is going to be Twitch's UI in your stream that you see in your Twitch. And then my screen is going to be here, and chat is going to be here, and the viewer count is going to be there. And I'll give you a funny thing. My camera is going to be inside my profile picture as a circle. And there's some other stuff planned. So far I have remade Twitch's UI in Figma in order to have a static version, and then I will slowly use stream elements to code the dynamic elements on top of it. But I'm already pretty much done, because this was what was missing, like this part here. I had to design this stuff using Twitch as a base. These are wrong, but yeah, I had to basically do this in Figma because it didn't exist. It didn't exist before in this layout. Of course, I went with 69. Of course. Hey, Andreas. Yeah, so there's other stuff planned. I can give you one sneak peek idea. So obviously there are things here that you as a chatter, you normally won't see on my stream. But there will be some Easter eggs in Twitch's UI. Like maybe, for example, there'll be this thing here. And then, you know, if you found a command in chat and you use that command, it might do something to the stream. Just saying. It might do something. I couldn't say what it would do, but it would do something. So I'm particularly going to enjoy this because when I consider what this is going to look like on Twitch's channel page, in the browse page, I'm going to laugh. I'm just going to laugh so hard, because when you imagine that you look through the software and game dev page, and you literally see a preview of Twitch. You see a preview of Twitch, but something's not right. Something doesn't sit right. It's weird. Something doesn't work for you. That's basically what I'm going for. Yeah. So yeah, there will be some interesting commands in chat that all of you will be able to use, and some of them will be locked to VIP only, just to eliminate a bit of, you know. Is this another play to create a data analytics category? No, it is not. It is not. So yeah, we have a 101-year-old being mistaken for a baby because, well, American Airlines can't handle that. But I'll tell you what you can handle, chat. I hopefully think you can handle this news. Who wants Snap Camera back again? That's right. You can get Snap Camera back again. Snap Camera, they deprecated their app last year and everybody was very upset, especially streamers like A, who can't make himself a potato anymore. However, Snap has now released a Chrome extension. Fix-It, you would probably like this. Even, I think, even B. I actually think you would both probably like this. There is a Chrome extension. How long until someone makes this Chrome extension into an OBS plugin? How long? A month? 2 months? So basically, there's a Chrome extension. Looks like this. I already have it installed. This website is not supported because it's not a call website. But if I go to meet.google.com, for example, and I do a new meeting and I start an instant meeting, and let me just start the virtual camera. This is just my camera. This is not malware. Nice try, Sab. This is not malware. And I go here. I'm just gonna mute myself here. It's a bit weird. Now I'm gonna go Snap Camera. Snap Camera is inactive. And then I go here. And I go to, where was it? I go to the video settings. Yeah, here we go. Settings. I go to Snapchat Camera. And then here, I can select my original source, which would be OBS Virtual Camera. Oh, that's interesting. What's happening? Hold on. Why is this so off? Why is it so zoomed? What? I don't understand. That's a bit weird. Uh-oh, I crashed it. No! Wait. I crashed it. I didn't want to do that. No! Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand. Why is it? It's like cut off. Whatever. Anyway, the point is that you can now use these filters again. So I'm waiting for someone, honestly, I'm just waiting for someone to put this into OBS plugin. Just make an OBS plugin for it. I don't know how you'll do it. But I'm sure you can do it. There's some pretty hilarious plugins. This is so... I can't. Some of these filters are truly like, some of these are a bit cursed though. Oh wow, that's cursed. Hello? I'm not rolling my lip with that filter. No way. The baby one's great. People have seen me as a baby before. Especially if you add some audio filters, right? You sound like a baby afterwards. Yeah. So anyway, Snapchat, Snap Camera, I should say. They now have this Chrome extension. Please, someone make this into an OBS plugin. I'm begging you. Finite, Exceldro, Andy Lippy, Nutty, whoever. Like, just somebody. Roy Schildkrot, I don't know. Someone make this into an OBS plugin. Because what's really cool is that the AR lenses that you had access to last year are now back again. So people thought that we would lose all of these AR lenses, but we haven't lost them. And even custom lenses, you can make custom ones. So it's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. So that's it. That's it about that. So we reached the last section of our stream for today, where we have three things. Number one, Swiss news, because I'm based in Switzerland, so I'm gonna tell you about Swiss news. So that's the first thing, Swiss news. Then we have a Twitch highlight, which is basically one piece of news about Twitch, which is not the one that you're thinking of. You're probably all thinking of the DJ. No, you're all thinking of the Power thing. Number three is a random pick. I literally pick a very random, weird article, and we just kind of roll with it and see what it's about. So let's start with. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, all these links, every single article that you see, everything on this stream, I always write what's called a stream recap, and you can read it for free on Patreon. So if you want to read any of these articles in detail yourself, you want to send them to someone, whatever, share them, then just go onto my Patreon and you can read the recaps. Oh, thank you, Ginny. I'm glad one person likes them, besides Mimi Two Shoes. I do my best to really write them like as short as possible, but still have information in them. So today's Swiss article, that's true that the bionic chips were Swiss, the biocomputer, actually. Gray meatballs. This is an article, the Pixel Plush game is blocking it a little bit. It is in German, because it is from a German platform. Sorry, it's a Swiss platform, but in German. Is about... It's a very, very interesting article about research about how 17 Swiss newspapers sent very sensitive user data to very, very big tech companies that are linked to the Russian state. So basically, entire user profiles of what kind of news you consumed, as well as other information what those sites had on you, were technically sent to Russia, which of course at the time is a little bit problematic. So this was published at the end of May. So it's about 2 weeks old now, and this has started, it started some pretty big conversations here in Switzerland, which you may have not heard of, as Switzerland is a pretty small country, but these are some pretty serious, these are some pretty serious topics. They're not allegations, like they can actually prove this, and it's investigative journalism. It's really well written. So if you do speak German, it's really worth it. You can translate them into English, and they are very understandable in English. So they're very well written. They do translate. I myself speak English, French, German, and Swiss German. Of course, Fixit, you can always ask questions. Swiss German is basically a dialect of German. Like German is basically High German, which is like the structured version of the language. And I understand a little bit of Spanish and some Japanese. Yeah, but mainly understanding. I don't really speak them anymore. You can always learn more languages. Hi, German. Hi, Joost. Good joke. So that's the Swiss article for you today. I now have another article for you about Twitch. Your question, Ginny, brings up the question of has Russia ever engaged /ing in this defamation, and thinking your thoughts for you. They are so often portrayed in American media, and has it been proven? I mean, this article goes into detail, not because they don't know what the information is being used for. All they can prove is that very sensitive user profiles has been sent to Russia, which, as we know, is a kind of bad actor at the moment, in terms of inciting a war. But like, what's happened to that, like how they're using that data, of course, like we don't actually know whether they're using it. They may just be sitting on a server somewhere doing nothing. Absolutely. I don't know if they're gonna like use it for anti-news. I mean, there have been suspected spies for Russia detained in Switzerland already. Over the last year or so, there have been a couple incidents where persons of interest have been detained, but there's not a lot of information about it. Not a lot of information at all. What I'm going to tell you about Twitch in this week's highlight, 13 languages. Oh yeah, of course, programming languages count. I'm going to tell you about the Twitch DJ program. I don't know how many of you are aware, but copyright is a big problem on Twitch streams. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this, the Twitch DJ program. Twitch has announced a very unique program that will enable DJs to stream basically all popular music on their channel in a new DJ category. They don't have to be in that category, but they've done this because they have partnered with all of the major record labels. Universal Music, Warner, Sony, a ton of independent stuff. This has taken 3 years to do. They've been doing this for 3 years. Now, what you have to remember is that streaming copyright music on Twitch you can get copyright striked. If you're not careful, you can get a copyright strike. With several copyright strikes, it could be that your channel is banned. And you wouldn't want that. At all. So basically, DJs will be given this kind of exclusive thing. They have to sign some kind of agreement. It requires also revenue sharing with Twitch, blah, blah, blah. And Twitch is offering a 1-year subsidy to help cover the difference in revenue over the first year. Now, this program is not for everyone who makes music. This is only to those who live stream as DJs. So I want you to remember this moment, chat. I want you to remember this moment. It is Monday, June 17th, 2024. And Matty Two Shoes has just told you that this program is only applicable to DJs. And that at some point in the next 12 to 18 months, that means by the end of 2025, if you live stream music that for which you do not hold copyright for, your stream will be instantly taken down. That is my prediction about where this is heading. I believe, it is my knowledge, based on what I've read and what I'm hearing, that DJs are being given an exemption because they've signed this deal. It's taken 3 years to make this deal happen. But all other musicians on Twitch, anybody else, doesn't have permission from the copyright holder to play copyrighted music on their channel. Meaning that if you do so, your channel could be taken down. And we're not talking VOD strikes. We're not talking about copyright strikes on your VOD where it gets muted. We're talking about your live stream being stopped, like on YouTube, which happens within seconds of you streaming copyright content. Not only music, but also video. So I am quite certain that by the end of next year, of 2025, we are going to see much stricter rules in place for copyright music and copyright content. Because the flagging is there. The system exists. They can live detect everything. They just don't act on it right now. Now, of course, this doesn't mean you don't have to have music. I play music on my channel since 3 years. And how many copyright strikes have I had on my channel? 0. And why is that? Because I play copyright-free music. There's Pretzel Rocks. There's Epidemic Sound. There's a ton of services out there that offer specifically copyright-free music. I'm not talking about a copyright-free playlist on Spotify, because those typically don't have only copyright-free music in them. So that is what I was here to tell you about. Now for this week's random article, I apologize. Yes, Harris Heller's thing. What was it called again? Stream Beats. For this week's random pick, I have something you will never, ever guess what this article is about. But chat will give you the chance right now. I will give you a minute to try and guess what this week's random pick is about. Oh, Alan, you had some Stream Beats tracks muted? Really? You should flag them though. You should flag them to Stream Beats. There's like a process for it. No. Random pick Rugmat. Random pick means random. Not Elon Musk, no OpenAI stuff, no TikTok stuff. Nope. Nope. This is something so left field. This is so left field. It is not a random pic of myself from my camera reel. Although if you want, do you want to see a selfie, Ginny? I don't take selfies, really. I might have one somewhere, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if I have. Oh, who just took a photo of me? Who did that? TikTok was not on today, actually. It is normally tradition, but actually we didn't have a TikTok article at the moment. It's true. It is not a random fact either. No. I'll give you a hint. It's about a brand collab. Well, no, actually. Wait. No, sorry. It's just a single brand. Well, no, it is not about Pivot Pro, but you should definitely join my sponsored stream next week, next Monday, for Data Quiz Night. If you want to win some epic prizes, then next Monday at 8 p.m. CEST. How the soundtrack to Top Gun in the 1980s signaled the change and reduction of pop music in tracks. No, actually not. Today's random pick is about KFC making a perfume. That's right. KFC has unveiled its first ever perfume titled Number 11 Eau de Barbecue in celebration of their new ultimate barbecue burger menu item. I told you none of you would guess it. I knew none of you would guess this. None of you were going to guess this. It is so random. It is so random. So it's a scent of smoky wood, charcoal notes, like sizzling spices, right? You know, woody, earthy foundation, blah, blah, blah. It pays homage to a flavor of its latest menu items, which is original recipe chicken. That's true. You did say birds, Yost. You did say... KFC. Okay, yeah, good job, Rockman. At KFC, we're all about thinking outside the burger box, so naturally, when we created a burger so irresistible, we had to bottle it. Behold, number 11 Eau de Barbecue, capturing the mouth-watering scent of our brand new ultimate barbecue burger. Who came back from their job at KFC and said, I want to smell like that all the time? Available as a 100ml bottle, the number 11 Eau de Barbecue is exclusively available for pre-order on the KFC shop for 11 British pounds. It is unfortunately sold out. I'm very sorry, chat. We cannot order the KFC number 11 Eau de Barbecue. It's your turn for the manly WD-40 perfume. Hey, if you make a WD-40 perfume, I'm interested. I don't like... Oh, keep an eye out on 7th of May for a second spritz. Okay, that's already sold out too. Holy moly. Impressive. I would like to see if we could find one. What is this? Oh my word. Go away. I have a lot of questions, but I don't think we can answer any of them. I don't think we can answer any of these questions, chat. I have so many questions. However, I will say that this is kind of interesting. They've decided to put 100% of proceeds to the KFC Foundation that apparently supports grassroots organizations across the country. So they are putting it towards a good cause, I guess. Wait, there is WD-40 perfume? No. No. Oh, Mischief. Yeah. Oh, what the? That's hilarious. It's just mineral oil. It's just oil. Yeah, Mischief does this kind of stuff. This is wild. Yeah, okay. Launched in 2023. Wild. WD-40 brand responds. Oh wait, it's not even official. Mischief known for creating viral moments, blah blah blah. There is a story. They responded as a brand. So many pop-ups. Instead of taking out its boxing gloves, WD-40 decided to play along with the stunt. That's amazing. I love it. This is such a great campaign. This is such a great campaign. I love it. WD-40 remixed the ad, Can of Industrie, and showed dirty blue hands holding an actual can. That's hilarious. Oh! Okay, Naystat. In conclusion, it's as awful as you'd imagine. Great. 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 Alright, chat. Well, we've reached that point in the stream. How do I get to that thing again? Wasn't there a thing with the raid browser? Yeah, there was a raid browser. Here we go. Let's take a look at the raid browser so we can decide. It's the point in the stream. It's the data point. Exactly. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming by today. I hope to see all of you on Friday for some Twitch UI shenanigans. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna make Twitch's UI into my OBS layout. It's gonna be hilarious. Let's take a look. Spanish. Do I know these people? Polski. Astrobound. Monday update moment, just chatting. It's a weird song. It's a weird song. Apple Vision Show. Apple Vision Show? Is that a thing? Algobro Sheriff Bananas. Found a really old piece of cheese under my keyboard. AMA. Fascinating. Oh, is JD Dev on? I didn't even see that. Oh, Graceful Bard is on. Oh, there's JD. Let's do it. Let's keep everything in the claw. Let's keep it in the fam. Let's keep it in the family. Yeah, chat. See each other on Friday. See each other on Friday. And if not, hopefully you come by next Monday for the data quiz. You can win Lego. I'm just saying. You can win Lego. I don't know if can I even boost that more? I can't say anything to interest you more. Yeah, exactly. Next Monday, 8 p.m. CEST, Central European Summertime. My usual stream slot. We have a sponsored stream, data quiz, questions about data stuff, questions about Pivot Pro. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you there. And if not, we'll see each other maybe this Friday already. But yeah, let's go say hi to JD. And yeah, how does this work? You just click this?